Hello, I am your host, Jenny Oceans. Welcome to Coming Home with Jenny Oceans. This is your authority podcast when it comes all things nervous system. Not for another trendy post or reel on socials. This is actual change for you to understand your nervous system, to understand why mindset alone doesn't work, why understanding that going into trauma release sessions will not change your life if you are not combining the science, the spirituality, the mindset, and the nervous system regulation. This is your podcast where you will learn and understand why your mind and your body is working in a certain way. This podcast is real, raw, and authentic with absolute authority when it comes to all things nervous system. Let's go change your life.
Our choices shape who we become. The choices that we make is going to be the building blocks of who we show up as every single day. Just like the ingredients we choose for a meal to prep with are going to set the standards for the meal and the taste for the meal. For example, you purchase ingredients to make a pizza. You can make a pizza in numerous ways, right? Someone is going to value a $5 pizza from the frozen section at the shop, and someone's going to value a $35 pizza from a nice Italian restaurant. It all just depends on values. In this episode, we're going to jump in and understanding choices and how choices is creating who we choose to show up as every single day. Let's go. Sitting here drinking my cacao. And it was something I really wanted to share. So I decided to open up the laptop and start recording this podcast, start recording this episode. So the choices that we make, everything in life is just choices. And you really do have a choice. All choices comes with consequence, but we always do have a choice. And it really came to me this morning because I said to myself I wasn't going to have any cacao this morning. And that lasted for about 3 minutes. And then I went and I took my big block of cacao and I cut it up, chopped it up with a knife. And as I was standing there chopping the cacao, I thought of the different things that I've been chopping in my life. And I just really came to my thoughts that life is just a bunch of choices, right? And we all make choices. And there's conscious choices, there's unconscious choices, but everything is a choice. And most choices that we make all through the day, from the second we wake up, from how we wake up, from what we do when we wake up, from what we get dressed in, what we choose to go and do, what we eat, what we drink, what we say, every single thing is a bunch of choices. And all of these choices are then filling us up with who we are, who we show up as in the world. And it made me really think about, what choices am I making and what choices are you making? And why does it matter? Good morning, there's my kookaburra. And for me, it really does matter. My daughter asked me a question yesterday and I said, well, it's choices that we make. And for me, I think I've always been very aware of my choices, and I don't actually really know why, but I think I've always been really aware of my choices. And yes, we're humans, and sometimes we make choices that we know are going to have bad consequence. And we're replacing the choices with new choices. So when we're opening our mind up to the understanding of what the choices do for us, when we open up to the understanding that we actually have a choice, that's when it changes, because then we start to have awareness about the choices that we make. Let me explain. When you become a human that are aware of your choices, and I'm going to speak about becoming because this is what we do.
Imagine if there was a library filled with education and growth within the holistic wellness space without the overwhelm, no notifications, no ding, ding, dings, no weekly calls, just a library of information from different experts all over the world within the holistic wellness space. It would be a kinesiologist sharing a video of what is kinesiology. How can we use it? And if you like that person, you feel connected with that person, you can connect with that person outside of this membership. What if there was someone that would teach you how assisted therapy But psilocybin would work. Oh my God. Someone that would share with you simple tools for you to use to regulate your nervous system on an everyday basis. There was a counselor, a relationship counselor that will come in and teach you how to have healthy conflicts, conversation. What about that? And what if there was also a library of breathwork and meditation recordings that you could listen to at any given point in time? There is a place. It's called belonging, and nobody feels left out. Inside belonging, we all belong. There is no question too strange. There is no share too strange. And this library is going to continue to grow and grow and grow. As you're part of the membership, you have access to all of it. And you can listen to it whenever you want. You don't have to listen to all of it. You only go and listen to the subject that you want to learn more about, the things that you are curious about. What is tallow and why should I use it? What is a naturopath and what do they do? Menopause, what is that? A place where you have access to a full wide range, a smorgasbord, as we say in Swedish, of facilitators, of expert speakers, of coaches, mentors, guides from all over the world, collected into one place, as well as the bonus of the breathwork and meditation recordings created by myself. And we have founding members for as little as less than $7 a month at the moment. I mean, go join.
Let's say, as you are right now, you might be someone that are aware of your choices and you might not. Most people wake up. They do the same thing that they have always done and they don't even know why they do it. They call it a habit and they just do it. They do what they've always done. They don't even think about it. And if someone questions them, they're like, well, that's what everybody does in the world. Because most people in the world don't question what they're doing. They just do the thing that they've always done. But then you start to, if and when you start become aware of the things that you're doing and you start realizing that my life is the way it is because the choices I'm continuing to make. So instead of becoming, for example, the morning is very, very important for us. Bye, Cookie. Very important. We start to understand how the brain works from the second we wake up. What am I thinking about the second that I wake up? And if that's not something that's going to support where I'm wanting to go, then I need to change that thought process. And then you need to reprogram your mind to change the thought process. Because again, most people wake up, go to the bathroom, stir their coffee, get dressed, yell at the kids, get the lunchbox ready, jump in, do the same thing every day. Say good morning in the same way, curse at the same cars on the way to work, blah, 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 blah. But when you go through the process of becoming aware of your choices, becoming aware of your thoughts and the effect that the choices and the thoughts have in your life, it changes everything. And once you become aware to it, it doesn't mean that you're never going to make wrong choices. It means that when you make the wrong choices, or I shouldn't call it wrong, when you make the choices that are not supporting where you're going, you are aware of it and you go, okay, this choice is not supporting me to get there. I'm aware of it. I make a choice again if I'm going to do it or not do it. And if I'm going to do it, I'm going to be happy about it. I said I wasn't going to have cacao. I made a cacao. I'm happy about it because I'm really enjoying it. It's not going to damage me. It's not going to hurt me. It's good. The choices you make every single day are crucial if you have a desire, if you have a set destination, if you have a goal, if you have a dream, if you have a vision, then your choices are incredibly important to you. If you are someone that just gets through life, just do what everyone's doing, just get through, nothing really matters, you're just getting through life, then your choices probably doesn't matter as much because you just do what you've always done and it doesn't really matter to you. Makes sense? I really hope that makes sense. But if you're someone that have a vision, you have a dream, you have like this thing, you're going forward, you're not just, you're going forward, then your choices are very important. And I want to move this conversation into an episode that was going to be a separate episode, but it's not going to be. Most people are just getting through life. Okay, so let's talk about algorithm. Algorithm. We all know the algorithm online, for example. What you see is not what someone else is seeing. And I realized this really the other day because a friend of mine spoke about something that I had never heard. She's like, it's everywhere. And I'm like, whoa, I haven't seen it. Also, the other day, I was explaining for a person, I said what I was doing on the 27th, the Monday the 27th at 2 p.m. And she had no idea. She never heard anything about it. And I was like, whoa, it's all I've been seeing for the past 2 weeks. Now, this is algorithm. Like, we have that in life as well. So what happens is what we constantly see, that is what's in our algorithm. Okay. Everyone does the same thing. Everyone talks about the same thing. It's just the same. They are the same group of people, the group of people, right? My group of people will see something different than probably my neighbors across the road are going to see. We're all going to see different things because our algorithm is different, right? People think it's just social media's algorithm. It's not. It's life. It's the wholeness of life. Some people will know what the different meals are at the pub, Monday through Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, every day of the week, right? Like, oh my God, don't you know that Tuesday's palmy night? I'm like, no, how would I know that? For example, right? Some people that are all into astrology, they know exactly what is happening in this space and the stars and the moons and all the things. And that's what they will see and hear in their life. And when they have conversation with their people, the group of people, their algorithm, they will all have the same conversation, right? My algorithm, when I talk to people, we'll be talking about nervous system and emotions and feelings and connection and nature and all the goodly things, in my opinion, goodly things. That's my algorithm. When I meet people, that's my people. We will just flow. When I meet people that's in a different algorithm, it will not flow because we will we've made different choices in life. How can I explain this in a beautiful way for you all to understand? It's not just algorithm on social media. It's about life. So for someone that feels really lonely in their life, for example, someone that feels really lonely in their life, and they're like, why do I feel lonely? I have a beautiful family. I got work colleagues. I got friends. I got neighbors. I'm just surrounded by people. How could I possibly feel lonely? Because it's not the people in your algorithm, right? This is so freaking cool. Like, once it clicks, you're going to be like, oh, the biggest light bulb ever. You're really just going to get it. So if you feel like you're surrounded by people, but you feel really lonely, your soul feels really lonely, it's because you're not in the algorithm of the choices, what's valuable, like not valuable, what's people that are sharing the same values that you do, because people that share the same values understand each other, right? This is such a potent conversation. And I feel like I'm just explaining it in the biggest hoop-de-hoop, loop-de-loop ever. But bear with me. I want you to understand, because once it clicks, you're going to be like, oh, damn, I get it. Oh, having a cacao? Good choice, Jenny. Good choice. I guess I'm going to finish my cup and then I'll come talk. So let's understand this. If you feel that you are alone, you feel like people are not understanding you, people don't think the same way you do, people are just not getting you, it's like they're speaking a different language. It's basically because they are speaking a different language. And it's not that the people around you are wrong, or it's not that you are right. It is just that you are not on the same algorithm. You're not computing, you're not understanding each other. The words are like, you're not getting each other, you're not understanding each other. And I truly don't. There will be people out there will disagree with me, but I don't believe that we need to
get divorced and get a new bunch of friends and quit your job straight away. I don't believe that has to be the way. But what I do believe is that it's incredibly important that you have people around you in your life that is on the same algorithm as you, where you can just talk and they get it. You can just ask something and they have an answer for you. You know, you're vibing, right? People say vibing. You're just on the same frequency and the same algorithm. It's important to have people like that in your life. And I actually don't think that all the people in your life need to be like that. I think it's quite exciting with different spices sometimes. We're different. We can learn something new. We can understand something new. And in my opinion, that broadens our spectrum, right? It makes us understand that there is so many different worlds out there. This is why I love diving. You put that mask on and you go under the ocean, and I can be gone for a long time because it's a different world, right? It's a different world. It's like people that are interested in car racing. That's a different world. People, I myself, meditation, breathwork, it's a different world. It's so many different worlds. In this one world, there's so many different worlds. And it is so important that you have a community of people that's in the same algorithm that you are, so that you feel that deep connection. Feeling alone doesn't mean the people around you are not your people. I actually don't believe that. I do believe that you are just missing that connection with the group of people that do understand you, that do connect you, that's on your algorithm. And this is the whole reason why I created belonging. Because we all are worthy of feeling a sense of belonging. And it's not always easy because people are changing all the time, you know? Maybe, I don't know, your 20s, you had a sense of belonging in the party scene. You know, people got you, they understand you, like the same music, you know what each other's cocktails are, whatever it is, right? And then life changed, and then your algorithm changed, and you feel alone, and you're like, where's my new algorithm? Like, where's my new people? And you might be playgroup because you become mother, and then that's your algorithm. All you see is playgroup and sensory play tools and all of these things. And then your algorithm change again, and then it might be sourdough. It's like, oh my God, sourdough algorithm. All I see is sourdough. My life is all about sourdough. And you have conversation with people, and when someone mentions sourdough, you're like, and you just feel so aligned, right? Doesn't mean that every time you change your algorithm, you need to go and get divorced or say goodbye to your best friends. I don't believe it works that way. Oh my God, that is such a good way of explaining it, Jenny. We are just changing our algorithms, and it's important that every angle we go, that we have a sense of belonging, that we have a community, whether that's in person or online, that understands us, because we know that that sets a fire inside of us. You know, someone mentioned that thing, sourdough. Let's say that, for example, someone mentioned sourdough. Yeah, you know, when they get all crusty and you do all the symbols and oh my God, and you get fired up, you get excited because that's your algorithm, right? So this is why I created belonging, because I want everyone to feel a sense of belonging. I want everyone to feel that there are people that are like you. You know, there's this subject that makes you really fired up and excited, and we need excitement. Fire is what heats us up. That's the excitement. That's powers the wheel and makes us move forward, right? That's the creation of life. It's the life force, like, whoa, excitement. It's like having a car with no fuel, not going to go anywhere. We need that fuel, the excitement, right? So inside belonging, that's just why I created it. It's where you can find your algorithm. If you're listening to this, after if you tangled with me, untangled this for a while, you must be in my algorithm. And that just means that belonging is the place where the library is going to continue to grow with all different experts in their field. And you're going to listen to one and go like, yeah, that's my fire. You know, you get excited. And there's a group of people that's going to continue to grow inside the membership that will be your algorithm. Or you can ask the question, someone go sourdough, you'll be like, yeah, that excites me. You know, it's just continue. It is so freaking cool. I just love it. And there is no force, there's no pressure, there's no time limits, there's nothing. You go in and you watch the person that has a subject that you feel excited about.
And there is the library, because if we don't have a regulated nervous system, then we don't know what our algorithm is, because everything's going to be mush pie and we feel like we're just going to drown. So having a regulated nervous system is key. We know this by now. So there will also be a library with breathwork and meditation recordings that you can listen to at any given point in time. And now I've come to a point in my life where I just can't keep things away for free anymore. I have drowned myself for a very long time, and it started off a very long time ago. 20 years ago, I had a cafe and I was giving away coffee for free all the time. And my ex-husband was like, "Hey, are we going to pay rent if you don't charge anything?" I was like, "I just want them to have it. I'm a giver. I love it." And this has been going on for a very long time. And I think I'm perimenopause. So I've reached a limit where I'm like, not happening anymore. There's so much delightful deliciousness to be received. And if people actually want to receive it, they need to honor it. And they need to be in exchange for it. So founding members is open still. Founding members for belonging on school community is open. It is calculating US dollars because it's a US platform. Don't get frightened. It is fine. And it's $11 a month or $88 for 12 months. And whenever you join, that's the fee that's going to stick with you. So if you choose that, that's going to be your fee ongoing, right? And if you choose to do monthly one, you can come and go as you like, but every time you leave, when you come back, you will be at the new rate. And I really encourage you to just get on belonging and get 88, however much it is in Australian, out of your account and just pay for it. It's going to give you 12 months for feeling a sense of belonging, finding your algorithm, finding your people, finding what excites you. Because sometimes in life we feel stuck and it's like, I don't actually know what excites me. I feel like I'm in limbo. I'm not in that algorithm anymore. I'm not in that algorithm anymore, but I don't know where the fuck I belong. And then you can go in and you can see like different heading, different subjects, and you can just click and watch that video. And after a couple of minutes, you're going to know if that's your algorithm. If you're like, whoa, I love this, you watch it and you figure that out. If you watch 2 minutes, you're like, nah, I'm not interested in that. You turn it off. No one's going to tell you to watch it. You are just finding your algorithm, and then you get fired up and excitement. It is so freaking clever. It's probably one of my coolest creations I've ever done. And it's accessible for anyone all through the world. And next year, there's going to be some big changes in there. So I highly encourage you to join now. There will be live sessions inside the membership belonging, where we will do breathwork live and cacao ceremonies live, so that you can join. It is freaking good value, I tell you guys. And I can't actually remember what date I said the membership is going up, but it's in a couple of days. I should have known that, but I totally forgot. I think it's next week, to be honest. So join now. Just jump on and just find your algorithms and be okay with your algorithms constantly changing. And I'm not talking about social media. I'm talking about life here. Constantly finding things that excites you. And if you're feeling meh, it could be a few different things, but the biggest thing is probably because you don't know what your values are, you don't know where you're going, and you don't know your algorithm. And that's what we figure out inside Becoming. You still have opportunity to jump in there if you want to jump in for the last round for 2026. We are starting tomorrow on the 4th of August. You have a week after that to jump in. And that's another exchange. It's incredibly low at the moment, and it will never be that low again, because I've hit this perimenopause where I'm like, girlfriend, you want something, you got to value it. So this was a very interesting episode, going in all different directions, but there was so much nuggets in here, so much gold. And if you are feeling this sensation of lostness, like, what is my algorithm? Like, someone's just thrown a bunch of things in a bowl and tossed it around, and I don't even know what that's like. It's okay to change. It's okay to like new things. It's okay to change your way you're speaking. It's okay to change the things you like to do. And if you're in between and you don't actually know what excites you anymore, this happens for many mothers. If you feel like you don't know what excites you anymore, it's okay. We've got to figure out what's your values, what you truly desire in life, where you're going, and what brings that fire in your belly. And this is the retreat in September. It's finding the fire in the belly to fire you up for life and make you excited about life. There's so much excitingness.
belonging. Number one, go and join belonging and freaking find that excitement for life and find what lights you up and get you excited and find your algorithm of people where you feel that deep sense of belonging. You don't have to kind of get divorced or quit your job and say goodbye to all your best friends just because your algorithms are changing. It's fine. You just need to find a portion of your life that is surrounded with this algorithm. Becoming, if you're struggling and knowing what your values are, where you're going, you feel really freaking lost and confused and you actually don't know what it's all about, then becoming is definitely for you. And if you've been thinking about becoming, now's your time. I think it's $1,200 to join, and it's never going to be that low again. It's going to go up to $2,495 starting next year. We are starting the very last round for 2026 on the 4th of August, and you have a week after that to come and join. So if you feel the niggle, just fucking say yes and do it. Your choices are creating who you are every single day. So what are the choices you're choosing to make? What else was I going to say? There's so much coming up and I'm so excited about it, but I'm sending you lots of love, and it's time to make decisions, right? It's time to make decisions that are supporting where you're desiring to go. Sending you so much love and light. Please, if you're enjoying this, like, subscribe, share with your friends. Let me know you're enjoying it. Let me know you're listening. I would absolutely, 222 when I said that, I would absolutely love to know if you're enjoying this, because this is gold. And I want you also to know that for a couple of years, I binged this woman's podcast. Everything she said was like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Like I loved it. She was just speaking to me. She was in my face just talking to me. And I just loved it. And it helped me and supported me so much. And everything doesn't have to be so educational or so this. It can be a mixed match of everything. Life is a mixed mix of everything. Mixed bag. Gott och blandat säger vi på svenska. Also, if you're in Sweden and listening to this, please reach out because there's something really exciting happening next year and I want to hear from you. Okay, ching ching. Enjoy and find that fire in your belly for excitement for life. Ciao, ciao.